Go in there and vlog people.
Alright.
Connor's not allowed to be in here, so I'm gonna vlog for him. There's Gerald. Ben, what's up?
Wave the Sharpie, right?
No. Aiden!
Are you filming?
Yeah.
Is it a picture? Hi guys! Welcome back to the...
We got black hurdler and white hurdler.
We're the same person.
And really like
We are fast, and I am over a second faster than him because he's debatable. Actually, he got an 8.5. Oh, I did that. I saw that coming.
Alright, we're ending that. I don't know how to end that. You just...
These are the white envelopes.
Oh!
Does anybody have a pen, bro? Hey, let me do it.
No, I need water.
I'm going to count at 10. That's so exciting. The lighting's a little weird. I don't really know how to fix that.
Wait, I don't want to take it.
Aiden, stop. I'm trying to fix the lighting. It's like I'm in heaven.
I'm currently getting a call from Miami, Florida.
Good job. Oh my god, everything's so away. Alright, I got you. We got Sophie, Shay. You can't read a thing on that paper. Can you help me out? How do I make it not all white?
Let's get a picture of you.
How do I make it not all white though? We fixed it.
Throwers.
Yup, throwers. Jeanette.
Throwers are the best.
Managing very well.
Thanks.
Good job. And nope, only for the kids. And we got my boy here. Goated. What's up, Noah? We got the not Ashton. We got the seniors who are not allowed inside. We got Rahul Jones and Michael. Who I didn't know. We have Taz, Kenny.
Let's shake all the seniors'
Andre
hands.
Garcia, 1032 miler, Steven Taylor, thrower, Micah. All right, so we got a race going down. Michael versus Micah race, and Michael's off to an early start.
We should go back to the school.
And now they're racing, and Micah loses. So basically, we're at the pasta feed, and it's going good.
It's going good?
Yeah.
What'd you want to do?
The hallway.
No, in the motherfucking hallway.
No more Connor vlogs.
Where's Micah?
Oh! Hey, Connor. Do you know who's presenting for you tonight?
I don't know. Someone is.
I'm really glad that we can all like pitch in and celebrate our senior. So Connor, we're doing Connor first.
Yeah!
Woo!
Connor, my favorite. I love you, Connor.
Connor's so popular that he has a whole backside dedicated to all of his comments, and front side illustrates how much of a contributor he's been in terms of filming all of our videos for our team and everything. So, Connor, I'm not kidding when I say that you're the most important member of our team. You do everything possible, and everything possible for us. Take pictures and vlogs during the meets, motivate us to put everything we have into our workouts, and give us encouragement and fun chit chats when we need it. It's crazy because you've always been a team leader. Like even back when I was a freshman, I remember that you were there teaching us how to do the warm-ups properly. And not only are you a leader, but you're also a friend to everyone here. I can say confidently that you've had a conversation with almost every person standing or sitting here today. And with most you've had multiple conversations. Selfishly, I worry, what are we gonna do without you? Connor, you've been such an integral organizer for literally everything. You've helped create track merch, helped out with the senior nights, created the track group chat and communicated meet schedules and results. And you have shown our team to the world through your blogs. I worry that no one here is capable of replacing you in those areas. And if someone does, it certainly will not be the same as it is with you. Sometimes we even make jokes about how hard you work. While some of us are still gasping for breath after 5 minutes of running our first 300, after 3 minutes you ask us if we're ready to go. Your discipline and athletic prowess is unmatched. I see the pain in your eyes and hear the sigh in your voice when you have to take a rest day. Every workout for you is an opportunity to put in everything. Undoubtedly, you are one of the hardest workers out here. Every rep is a chance to become better and faster, and you project your discipline onto us, pushing us as well to go as hard as we can and become better runners ourselves. Run it like a workout is one of your best phrases. To me, it just says, forget about the pain, forget about the time, just to run it harder now so that tomorrow you'll run it faster. You're also quite the all-rounder when it comes to track. Like, you dabbled in distance, middle distance, sprints, and even jumps. Perhaps there might be a decathlon in your future? Anyway, wherever you end up, I hope that you continue track in whatever form you can and want to. And you've contributed something so important and unique to our track team, and I know that your influence will be passed on through future track generations. Love you, Connor.
Yeah, Bonner.
Love you, Bonner.
Alex, you're gonna make me cry, bro.
Our next senior will be Rahul.
I've only known Rahul for about a year, and I think watching him lead us was probably like a great experience. He really led us through the season. He wasn't the most like communicative, like the person who wouldn't be the most talkative guy to us, but the way he led us through like workouts, recovery runs, meets, the way I just watched him personally run and do his very best kind of inspired me to work harder. And I think going on into my future track and field and running seasons, I'm gonna work hard just like how Rahul did. And even on recovery runs, Rahul tried his very hardest, worked hard, and that just shows he has a passion for the sport, and he wants to get better and he wants to train, and that's a mentality I like to follow. And I think he inspired a lot of us freshmen and other younger runners this year. And yeah, it was a great honor to watch him run, and I hope you have fun in UC San Diego this year.
I agree with what Adam said. And that's it. Andrew?
Andre and I go way back. I've known him since about 6th grade, and we met on shot put and discus. If you've known Andre for that long, you know that he hasn't really changed much. He's still his troublemaker nature. He's known for his notorious acts, such as the Disneyland scandal, or the time he's been in Miss Grazzi's office. Besides his troublemaker nature, Andre has made a major impact on the team. His cheery and comedic demeanor makes every practice more enjoyable. He also brings a lot of value to the team as one of our best shot put and discus throwers, scoring points for our team at every meet in both shot and disc. Sadly, like all of our other seniors, today they are moving on to their next venture in life as an LGHS graduate. Andre, believe it or not, is attending one of America's most prestigious colleges, Cornell University. This achievement is like no other, and I can speak for the entire team and all the coaches when I say we're extremely proud of and excited for your future. Without a doubt, Andre's absence would be a great change for the throwing team and the entire track and field organization. Once again, I can speak for the team when I say thank you for everything you have brought to this team, and more specifically this year. Cheers to you and cheers to your future.
Since middle school, cross country and track, I've always looked up to your work ethic and
Speak up, Sophie.
you always give your full effort during workouts and finish every rep. You spend many hours working hard on the track and in the weight room and stalking athletic net late at night. Your tendency to barf after every race is just a testament to how far you push yourself every week. Your competitiveness and determination has always motivated me, and I know I would not be the same runner I am today without having you as my teammate. Without your guidance and leadership, I know our team would not be where we are now. You willingly take on many responsibilities like organizing pasta feeds and creating e sign-up forms despite your busy schedule. You always have a friendly, positive attitude that proves not all upper-passing distance runners are scary. You serve as a great example of the student athlete we can all look up to. Even though it can be annoying hearing you complain about only getting 101% on your calculus test, I think everyone can agree how inspiring and impressive it is to see you balance academics and athletics so flawlessly. I know the team looks up to you as a role model for a dedicated, hardworking, and kind person we all hope to be. We'll miss you a lot on the team, and especially when we can't decide which way to run. But I know you're going to kill it at UCLA. Thank you for being such an amazing teammate and even better friend for the past few years.
Veloria, meeting you has been such a highlight of my season. You tackle everything that you do with such elegance and determination. You're such a badass, and you've inspired me and so many others this year. I admire you, and you've inspired me in every practice and every meet to do my absolute best and put in my effort. I know that whatever you choose to do in the future, you're going to crush it.
Honesty, what amazes me about Stephen Taylor is the fact that he's here. And before you say anything, this is going somewhere. It's not the roast of Stephen Taylor, unlike our track group chat sometimes is. I'm surprised Stephen's here because unlike, I think, actually all of the seniors that are here, he's not a 4-year track athlete. He just needed another PE credit to graduate. Now, I don't blame him for doing track. Swimming's a commitment, and PE classes are PE classes. But Stephen really didn't need to show up to every meet. He didn't need to show up to almost every practice. He didn't need to show up here today. But he did. In fact, now that the season's over, assuming nothing's changed, Stephen says he actually wants to continue track at a collegiate level, albeit still at Santa Barbara City College. Which I find absolutely incredible. The idea that he came here for PE credit and found something he wants to continue doing in college is inspiring. And speaking of inspiring, you'll notice that his poster here says discus and long jump. Stephen long jumped for the first time about 3 weeks before the end of the season, and just in time to compete in the last meet. And sure, he didn't qualify for CCS, but once again, he didn't need to try that. And that's what you need to know about Stephen. He takes risks. Whether it's driving a smoking car down to pick me up from the park in the mountains or trying a sport in an event he's never done before, Stephen put himself out there this season. So good luck in college, and I hope you keep taking risks.
If all of you know Dylan, but he's been an inspiration to me, and he's a good role model for the entire team. He has some very admirable dedication to learning. After an amazing first ever season of wrestling, he had a great first ever season of track as well. He is incredibly selfless and always loyal to Los Gatos as a team. He dedicates a lot of time and effort, and he's at every meet and practice, and he stays all the way till the very end to clean everything up and set up everything. He spent hours in the sun to help run the high jump at CCS. He helped run throws at Scavals and at CCS Top 8. He would carry our tent around because it was heavy, and you can almost always find him wearing orange. He has an impressive will to do hard work. He's an ideal role model for resilience. He wanted so badly to do well at one of the upcoming meets that he came out here on the weekend, started spinning for shot put, and sprained his ankle. Like, that was very unfortunate, but he continued to practice even afterwards. The next day he was still back at practice, and he's still practicing now even though he didn't qualify to some of the later meets. His diligence and attention to detail enables him to coach other throwers, which he frequently does. And last but not least, his consistency. He's here every day, even when he's injured, even when he hasn't been to the next competition, even in 90-degree weather, and I can always trust that he'll create a positive atmosphere.
First of all, I'd like to thank you, Micah, for being such a great teammate over the years. Feels like just yesterday you were a sophomore and I was a freshman, and we were meeting for the first time. But now we're here after 3 long years of work and dedication. Micah, I can truly and honestly tell you that you are the hardest working runner that I've ever met. The pure dedication that you put into the sport of running has definitely paid off over the years, unlike Philip Lee. Over the years, you've been improving exponentially, and this season was absolutely crazy. Even though I was watching from the sidelines, I would always enjoy watching you race. Even though, yeah, your results were always great, but not a surprise because we all knew that your hard work was going to pay off. Micah, I also want to thank you for being such a great friend along this journey. From the pasta feeds to the Nicene Marks runs, I can honestly and truly say that I've thoroughly enjoyed every moment with you. You always seem to lighten the mood, and you always try to try new things, like throwing shot put for the first time, an absolute
destroying the competition. It's on Athletic too. But over the years, I've noticed that one thing has not changed about you, and that's your passion for running. Always working hard and even doing cross-training to improve yourself more. Once again, I want to thank you, Micah, for being such a driven team member that has inspired us all. You have showed us that through hard work and determination, results will come, but you have to remain patient. I want to wish you the best of luck for next year, and I hope that you will keep reaching for your goals in life like you do with running. I know everyone is going to miss you on this team, but we know that we will still go hang out and go on runs together from time to time. And so once again, thank you, and congrats, Micah, on an incredible senior year to end off your high school career.
We love you, Micah! We love you!
Meeting Mike has been such a great experience for me this year. He's been such a good teammate and friend, not just to me, but to many of us. I'm so happy that I got to meet you, Mike. Thank you for all the advice, not just to me, but and about various things. Seeing you leave this year is going to be really difficult. Abby and I have discussed what we're going to do to replace you, but we only conclusion that that's not going to be possible. I would wish you luck in college, but I already know that you're going to kill it. Don't get hurt.
When I first met Mike, he seemed like really sweet and quiet. And now that I know him better and I'm on a group chat with him, I can honestly say that's not very true. Out of everyone on the team, Mike was the only person I've ever managed to convince to hurdle and to jump with me. And even though that his season is done and he's headed to college, he still shows up to come hurdle with me and hang out with the rest of us. There's no one I know who is more willing to try a new event and compete it in a meet only a couple of days later, especially when it comes to running 3 miles. There's also no one I know who's willing to drag a hurdle cart behind me and help me set up and move and clean up lanes of hurdles, even if he wasn't planning on hurdling. Mike was always the person we could all go to for advice or to convince to get bone with us. Even though he has like 50 AP classes, he still manages to find time to show up to track. I promise you will all get tacos before you go to college. And we hope you have an amazing time at Tufts. We'll all miss you.
Most of you may know Linh from jumping or from sprints, or as a girl who's always running around the tracks for impeccable form, or on the field doing some kind of ab walk. To me, she's always been my funny, compassionate, intelligent, genuine, and hard-working friend. She's also always late. I often enjoy seeing her in the morning when I'm about to be late to school. I'll be walking on the sidewalk, and her mom will pull up next to me, telling me to hop in. Then we both laugh, knowing that the only reason we are together that morning is because we are both late. I found it difficult to kind of express what Linh is like through a well-written essay, so I'm just going to tell you stories of her. She seems really quiet when you first go up to her, but she has quite a few puns up her sleeve. The best example of this was during freshman year, during Valentine's. I was buying candygrams for her and my friends, and I asked her what her full name was, and she said Linh Queenie, which I took seriously. So when it came time for it to be delivered, we were confused as to why she didn't get it. It was really stupid. Linh is also the hardest working person in track and I know. She has not missed a single practice from pre-season to the end of the season, except for when she got her promotion. And if she's not on the track, she's in the weight room, figuring out a workout with Coach Vance. She always seems to have a workout in mind or movement that I can do to help lift better when I'm sprinting, or to alleviate my shoulders. Linh, in my opinion, is the epitome of a leading senior, because she will talk to everyone on the team, and she will listen to you if you have any complaints about anything. Anything from school to track, and she'll offer you invaluable advice, in turn, or homework answers from previous years. Most importantly, though, she has taught me compassion and to refrain from judgment so quickly. Last year, someone cried Escoballs after a bad race, and I told them that I could not understand why they were crying and they should pull it together. Linh then asked me, well, they worked hard. Then she told me they have worked hard and trained hard all season for this, and COVID took one of their seasons. Fast forward a year, and here I am having a breakdown at a track meet. Linh, I know that you'll meet amazing people in college, and you'll find a career and friends where you can help people, because I know that you have the capacity and the ability to greatly impact those around you. I love you, Linh.
do I begin? It has been one hell of a ride, but I wouldn't have wanted it any other way. Throughout this season, you have become my best friend. And lastly, shared will forever be engraved within me, whether I like it or not. From all of our weird inside jokes that I'd be mortified if ever shared, or just dying laughing on the track after a hard workout, this has been one of the best times of my life. You are truly a light in everyone's life, and the smile you bring to the track every day has never failed to put a smile on my face. Getting to know you as more than just a teammate has been so worthwhile because I guess you are kind of fun to be around. You have taught me to stay positive in times of stress, how to leave everything on the track, and how to have a lot of fun. You are the strongest person I know, and I have ever met, and I have never been more proud of the person you are and in the process of becoming. The perseverance and dedication you have is so inspiring. I have never seen you once complain, and even if something doesn't go in your favor, you still manage to keep smiling. From going to Arcadia and sharing all the laughs on the bus and in the hotel, to going to CCS both years, I am so glad we've made this season both fun and rewarding. Now on to the sad part, saying goodbye. I have never truly thought this day would come, and in becoming so much closer with you this season, it has become a whole lot harder. Saying goodbye to not only the most talented athlete, but also the most special person is such a challenge. The track will never be the same without you, and no one could ever replace your talent and heart. Your heart is so incredibly full and is filled with such genuine kindness and love. I know I'm speaking for the whole team when I say that you have left a mark in each and every one of our lives. And although I am very sad that you are leaving, I am so excited to see the person you become and the new opportunities you are yet to encounter. I am so beyond proud of you, Emma, and I hope one day you will come to see yourself through all of our eyes. I love you beyond words, and I cannot wait to visit you at Cal Poly. Don't worry, you haven't seen the last of me.
Yeah!
So today I'll be speaking about Allison. So although I didn't know about Allison for very long because we just met like this year, she has had some key attributes that really stood out. So even though Allison doesn't come to practices very often, I see that she truly loves the sport and wishes that she can come more often. She works hard and competes at the best of her ability at the times that she can put in. The best thing about Allison is her generosity. Allison is willing to share her knowledge on hurdling form and drills to anybody, although it doesn't even benefit her to do so. Allison has helped me learn a lot about hurdling and eventually got my 4th step, and she has taught me new drills and new tips that I'll forever use in my hurdling for next season. For that, I am grateful, and good luck in college.
We'll start out by saying that it was a joy having you on this team. You never failed to make all of us laugh with your insane stories that you would tell our whole 4x4 team. And you never failed to give me the baton in the lead, which I'm very thankful for. Your confidence on the track was unmatched, which always pushed you over the edge. And what's amazing about Luke is he doesn't actually run that much. Like, the only time he really runs is the meets, and like occasionally once during the week. And yeah, he continues to get better and just be a good senior. Luke will be missed next year on our whole team, and especially on our relay team, and hope you have a good time at USD.
We love you, Luke!
I'm sure many of you know Paul, but for those of you that don't, he's the one that keeps this whole operation running. He signs us up for the meet, organizes the buses, and sends out countless emails keeping everyone informed. He is also the coach of the distance team, where this season he coached 7 sub 230 800 runners, 4 sub 530 1600, and 3 sub 3200 on the girls' side, and 5 sub 210 800, 10 sub 5 1600, and 2 sub 10 minute 3200s on the boys' side. This impressive list of athletes accomplished many PRs and wins under Paul's coach.
I've been working with Paul since middle school. Though 7 years ago, I was faced with a 6-minute barrier. Now, 7 years later, I'm challenging the 5-minute barrier. This fast improvement comes from Paul's dedicated training. He shows up to practice every day with a clipboard in hand, ready to explain the day's workout, whether a tempo in Oak Meadow or 400 repeats on the track. Although these works often cause me to be exhausted when I get home, lying on the ground for 2 hours before showering, I am thankful for them because they make me stronger and faster. Not only does Paul provide training, he also provides lots of snacks. Some healthy, many not. I think we all agree it makes the workouts almost bearable when Paul emerges with his black bag, which we all know will be filled with all sorts of treats. Our favorite, of course, the coveted pink cookies. Thank you, Paul, for making my running career so enjoyable and fun. Many of my favorite memories of high school were made on this track and these trails. I made many good friends, shared many laughs, and won a few handstand competitions. Now that I'm finally leaving, with only 2 weeks left of high school, I want to hear some words of wisdom with the underclassmen too. Number 1, never hesitate to spend an extra hour after practice. I've had many great conversations, either lying on the grass or standing in the parking lot, talking about anything and everything. Number 2, participate as much as possible. Do as many invites, come to the passive feeds, come to weekend runs. The more time you spend with your teammates, the closer you get and the more fun the sports becomes. Also, your teammates help hold you accountable, which makes you stronger and competitive. 3, run Dave's at least once a week. 4, have confidence while you're racing. Trust your training and know that you can do good. Don't be scared of the call, and just go out there and race. Number 5, talk to the other runners at meets. It's fun to make friends from the other schools, and these athletes are very supportive, encouraging, and make it fun. They also have valuable intel about the other runners in the league. Number 6, if asked to the fullback board, always say yes. Number 7, avoid the 32 at all costs. Number 8, put in preseason work, especially weights. It makes you stronger and better able to handle the season injury-free when the intensity rises. Number 9, take rest days. Your body and mind need a rest. Don't be afraid of rest days. And number 10, this is a cliche, but really enjoy and appreciate your time on the LGHS track and field team. It's a great experience that teaches resilience, hard work, and determination. The time here is over before you know it. And who knows, we could have another pandemic and this could have been your last season.
Oh, don't say that.
And stick with track, you won't regret it. So thanks, Paul, for being my coach, and thanks to the whole track team for being such a good home the last 4 years. So,
thank you, Paul.
Okay. When Coach Vance signed up for his role here at Los Gatos, I'm not sure he could have predicted the tremendous influence that he would have on this team. I remember the first day I ever met Coach, just before the start of last season. He talked of the big dreams he had for us and for the future of the team, and from that day on, he has never wavered in his belief in our capabilities and potential. Not only does Coach believe this, but he shows us every day out on the track. Whether he's giving us advice on our workouts or showing up with a cooler of ice on a hot day, Coach always succeeds in letting us know that he cares. I think I can speak for everyone when I say the past few years have been challenging, and I just want to say thank you to Coach for never failing to be a source of support every day. Coach always knows what to say when life feels hard, and when at least one of us inevitably cries at every track meet. He draws on his own experiences and somehow always seems to tell me exactly what I need to hear in that moment. I believe that he has both the true talent and passion for being a coach and mentor to his athletes. I think it's an incredible thing to see someone find so much joy in helping others, and I feel so lucky to have a role model that shares that quality. I also want to say thank you for the countless hours that he has given to the team. Coach's dedication to this program spans from working late at his other job and being with us to meet the next morning, to spending days and days planning the CCS Top 8 meet, and making sure that everything runs as smoothly as possible. I still remember seeing Coach setting up the pole vault plate when I arrived at school at 8 o'clock, and hearing that he didn't leave the high school until almost midnight that same day. Coach also gave countless hours of his time into planning our Arcadia trip, which was not only an amazing opportunity for us to compete, but also for us to just have an incredible time together. In the car on the way to the meet, we not only shared so much laughter, but listened to Coach's important life advice, proving that Coach truly is both a great friend and mentor to himself. So with all that said, I want to share one last way in which Coach has been an incredibly influential person in my life, and I know in so many others as well. No matter how badly I raced or how disappointed I was, Coach, without a doubt, always told me to keep a smile on my face. If I had $1 for every time I went up to Coach after a race and immediately started complaining about how terrible it was, I'd certainly have a lot of dollars.
Dear Coach Neubauer, first off, thank you for such an incredible season. I really have you to thank for the success that I had as an individual. We all can attribute our great performances to the excellent coaching that you have given us. I remember back at the start of the season that there was talk of getting a new sprints coach, and I wasn't sure who would take on the job. On the first day of practice, you showed up and got straight to work. You wasted no time getting us on track for success. One of my personal favorite memories was driving down to Arcadia. It was great to be able to get to know you better as a person, and the team had great bonding experience over the whole trip. I always look forward to going to practice to be able to see my teammates and also see you. The way you coach us all is very motivating and keeps us all working harder and harder to achieve our goals. You always believed in us every step of the way. Whenever I was personally lacking motivation, your talks would always get me riled up again to keep working hard and to be the best athlete that I can be. Through all the lows and all the highs of the season, you were always there to support me and my other teammates. This team is on track to be the best team in CCS, and you and the other coaches are helping us get there. It has been a fantastic season, and we appreciate you for always being an incredible person and an excellent coach. Thank you, Coach Neubauer.
It's been my pleasure and an honor to coach you guys. I've loved every minute of it. And I thank you for that opportunity.
So Coach Kappen, he's been a very positive change to the atmosphere of any practice we meet. He's very funny and friendly, and he has very high energy and is always joyous, and I'm really grateful for that. He always takes in all the new throwers, all the younger kids, and because no experience is needed, there's no negative pressure and no extreme self-criticism. A major reason he's a good coach is that he is throwing and coaching down to a science. He teaches us a lot of the crucial details that foster like the largest marginal improvements. Some of his effective teaching strategies include like reiteration and extra repetitions, and he gives us necessary feedback while watching and uniform. He's very organized, and he helps with workouts and meets. He was a big helper when we had to run all our throws at duels. We had to run throws at Scavals, and at CCS Top 8, our major fun rated. He's put a lot of time and effort in. I see him at Fisher over the weekends, just not only working out himself, but he always stops by to help. He emails workouts leading up to bigger meets just to make sure we're following the proper preparation. And he always provided the proper resources. He bought a bunch of community throwing shoes that anyone could get whenever they wanted to make sure they had the right materials. And he provided drills with throwing balls and bands as well. He even has an account for a specifically throwing-based website where we get extra videos on technique and mental preparation. And I think the ultimate evidence of his success would be that all his athletes improved, and now he's spending a lot of time preparing Nicole for states, and she's a great athlete. I think his technical approach is a really good match for that. I know personally I've improved by about 30 feet in discus and got way further into the season than I thought I was going to. And on behalf of the team and myself, thank you, Coach.
Part of the captain's circle, and wanted to minimize it, and then we'll have the captain's circle.
Micah.
What are we munching on?
Oh, Pringles! That was really disgusting.
And I only
Grubbing. He's grubbing. Freshman and the junior on garbage duty.
I was gonna make the freshman do it, but I felt nice today.
And the senior escorting them.
Vlogging.